Alright, what's up you guys? So, now before we start this reading vlog, I just really quickly have to tell you what I went through to get my hands on this book. So as I'm sure you guys know, Jeanette dropped her book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, and it has been absolutely sold out everywhere. So I somewhat procrastinated, right? I was like, I'm gonna buy it, and then like the week that it was like selling out is when I remembered. So I went online and saw that Amazon had a few copies left. So anyways, I paid for expedited shipping to get the book in like 4 days because I really wanted to read it for you guys for this channel. And then I get the email that it's shipped, it's on the way, and I was like, yes. So the delivery day comes, no book. I'm like, it's fine, it's okay. Next day, still no book. So I'm like, so then I go on Amazon, it's like, your package is delayed, it's still on the way. I'm like, it's okay. A week goes by, and still no book. So I hit up Amazon, I'm like, where's my book? They're like, sorry, only the shippers have your shipping info. And then I tried contacting seller, no response. Long story short, it's been 2.5 weeks since I ordered that book, and I can't request a refund because it hasn't been marked as like, it still says that it's expected to arrive. So I'm in a panic because this book is officially sold out online. I drive to every bookstore in my area, nothing. So then I come home and I'm like, you know what, let me just call every independent bookstore in Southern California. I was calling bookstores that were like an hour away. Like I was desperate for this book. I wanted it so bad. I called maybe 25 stores, no exaggeration. And they were all like, sorry, we just sold the last one. Sorry, we just sold the last one yesterday. And they're like, but we can put you on a wait list. And I was like, sure. And then they were like, just so you know, you're like the 200th person on this wait list. Oh, and also it's probably back ordered till October. So at this point, I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna download the ebook, read it on my iPad, be an iPad kid. So I start reading it on my iPad. I'm like on page 60 something. I don't know what told me to check again. But I went online, looked at Barnes & Noble. They miraculously restocked a couple of the books, and I say that because it was sold out like the next day. So I order it and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Like, what if it's a mistake? What if it's like back ordered? What if it doesn't get here? And then yesterday, this arrived. Literally Crawford was here when it came, and I didn't know what it was because I've ordered so many books this week. I literally opened it and was like, how? Just like how? Like the book gods were with me. I'm excited. I'm probably gonna continue reading it on my iPad, even though I went through all that, just because I have like a flow going. And who knows, maybe I'll continue and finish it through the hard copy. But yeah, super excited. Welcome to this reading vlog. So sorry, I just had to let you guys know because I was like, I had given up all hope. I will say, so far, it's so good. You guys, I'm only on page 60, but it is just like, you would have never known what she was going through, really, because of, you know, the character she was playing on Nickelodeon. But, so yeah, let's get into it. I just had to pause really quick. Also, I can barely talk because I put a face mask on. So obviously if you've read the reviews and stuff, you know that like she went through a lot like with her mom and stuff. And I just got to the part where like, I literally gasped. Her mom basically puts her on a diet, right? She's like, oh, there's this thing called calorie restriction, sweetie. Listen to this sentence because I literally basically almost dropped the iPad when I read it. She goes, we're keeping me on a 1,000 calorie diet. But I have the smart idea that if I only eat half my food, I'll only be receiving half the calories, which means that I will be shrinking twice as fast. And then it says each Sunday she weighs me and measures my thighs with a measuring tape. It even says her mom went as far as like giving her diet books, like to read. I'm like heartbroken already, and it's page 68. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this. All right, let's keep going. All right, so it's the next day. I have switched over to the hard copy. I'm a little over halfway. I'm on chapter 46, page 159. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm pretty uncomfortable. This is quite the uncomfortable read, but it definitely is something that I think everyone should pick up. I'm shocked. Like, I can't believe all this was going on and no one did anything or knew. I can't put it down, so I probably will finish this today, by tonight. Alright, so I just had to pause really quick because I have to read you this line in this book. I'm on chapter 69. I'm basically almost done. She's basically talking about how, like, she doesn't know who she is or, like, what her identity is because she's been pretending to be people her whole life, obviously. This line, you guys. She said, "The years that you're supposed to spend building character, I was spending building characters." That is a bar. Anyways, I just thought I would share that line with you guys. But yeah, I'm on page 231. I think it's like 300 pages, so definitely gonna finish this pretty soon here. So I can't wait to talk about this book with y'all. So this is definitely one of my top books of the year, and not just because it's Jennette, okay? But now that I've read it, I understand why this sold out. It is so well written. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, celebs and such are putting books out all the time, but this is really well written. Also weirdly funny. Like, even during the most sad parts in this book, like, she finds space to be like witty and funny. Even the way she ended some of the chapters, like the last line, you guys will see, like, it's great. Definitely give this book 5 stars. Even though I was uncomfortable reading it, I think you're gonna be uncomfortable. I think that's kind of inevitable. It's a book that I think everyone needs to read just to, like, understand, like, not everything is as it seems, right? Some parts do get graphic. Now, before I get into what this book is about, just know there are so many triggers. Like, definitely be prepared to read this. Do your research on what the triggers are. You know, it's basically about her mom, obviously, and growing up with her mom and the physical and emotional abuse that she dealt with. The book also dives into eating disorders and alcoholism and sexual assault. Definitely Google the triggers. Like I said, there's a lot. I don't know if that's all of them. Her mom controlled everything that she did, and when you're that young, you just kind of go with it because for me, like, my mom was my best friend and I never had to deal with any of this, but, like, you just think that she's, you know, she's like a god in a way, and you're like, oh, what she's saying must be right, so mom's right. So, you know, so she controlled what she wore, what she ate, everything. Her mom basically takes the term momager to an extreme level, and I've seen my fair share of, like, momagers, and this is on a whole nother level. You know, this industry can be a really scary place, and she shows you that in this book. It's actually one of the reasons why my parents were hesitant about me moving out here and getting into the industry. So yeah, not to get into it or deep, but I heavily relate with one of the parts in this book. Maybe that's why I gave it 5 stars. I was just like, this book spans from, like, when she's young, toddler, all the way until she's like 27, I believe. It starts off with her home life, with her mom, dad, brothers. She has 3 brothers, I believe, and her grandpa and grandma. They were all living under the same roof, which I had no idea about this. I don't know where you would have found out any of that information, but her mom decides that Jennette's gonna be an actress because I never got to be an actress, so Jennette's gonna be an actress. She talks about iCarly. She talks about her, you know, experience on iCarly. She talks about her spin-off. She talks about her experience with the creator, which we all know who the creator is, and he is referenced in the book as the creator. Also debunks, like, any rumors of her and Miranda being, like, on bad terms. Like, you can throw that out the window after reading this book. It's her journey. It's her journey, you know, being with her mom and dealing with all that abuse, and after her mom's gone, and trying to navigate who she is, because she's been, you know, playing a part, and she's been basically a puppet this whole time with her mom. And she also talks about her love life in some parts, and it's just crazy, man. Also, my YouTube search right now looks crazy. Like, if anyone was to look at my YouTube history right now, they'd be like, Neza. But basically, anytime something happened in this book, I was looking for it on YouTube, and I was watching all these things that she was talking about And it's crazy that we just had no idea what was going on behind the scenes or in her brain, like, and we're just happily watching iCarly. She brings up her experience on this award show with the celebrity. I won't say who, I won't spoil it, but I went and searched and found the video, and I was just like, I actually still have not watched her interviews on this book. I wanted to save them until after I read it, so when I'm done filming, I'm gonna watch those. Constantly just wanted to jump through the pages and give her the biggest hug, because it's crazy what she went through, and no one should have to go through that, especially at a young age. Also, I know that sounds like I gave you a lot of information on what goes down in this book, but so much more happens. There's actually two like what moments that happen that have nothing to do with her mom or acting. They happen in chapters 75 and 76, I believe. So if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. But you're just like, when those two things happen in the book, you're like, what? Like, life was just throwing her curveballs. Like, what do you mean? She already dealt with that and this and this and this. Like, the cup was full of what anyone should deal with in life. And then life was like, nope, here's two more big things. I'm glad she wrote this book. I'm glad she spoke her truth, and I think everyone should go read it. Absolutely. You already know what I went through to get a hard copy, but I'm so happy. It is my current prized possession. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me like, where did you find it? It's sold out. And I'm like, you have no idea. So yeah, Jeanette, if you're watching, I love the book. Thanks for writing it. Sending you a huge virtual hug and a giant congrats on a sold out book. But yeah, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, comment down below any more book recommendations you have for me. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, and I love ya. We're doing great, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.